Hey guys, so today I'll summarize the chapter 6 and chapter 7 of Gail Winans' part in the book called Fountainhead, right? So, in the last chapter, I told you that Dominic is going to marry Gail, and uh, she, and as Gail is like some unique personality, and he is quite like Howard, and he is very respectful, and he has the same idea about the world like Dominic. So Dominic is uh, attracted towards Gail. Like she is not very feelingless, or she doesn't act like she used to act with Peter Keating, because Gail Wynand is himself a strong personality with his principles and motives, right? So once Dominic comes back, Peter asks her that if he has received the contract. To that, Dominic tells him that Gail Wynand will meet him, and then he'll explain everything. And then once they meet, uh, Gail uh, bluntly tells him that she is going to marry Dominic, and you'll divorce her, and he gives him the contract with additional $250,000. So to that, uh, Peter feels it's insulting, but as he is getting the contract and also a lot of money, so which would be beneficial for his social image, he hesitantly agrees to it, even though he does not like it and he feels it's an insult. He does not speak up as he should, and then he leaves the scene, and he gets drunk with his acquaintances, and throws a party, but he is kind of sad, and he's feeling worthless because of the power play shown by Gail, right? And afterwards, Peter goes to Tuhi and tells him that Gail and Dominic will get married. So after hearing that, Tuhi is very angry, and he does not like this idea because he thought that by getting together Dominic and Gail Wynand, their strong personalities would destroy themselves. But the opposite has happened, and as they respect each other, too, he fears that Dominic will tell Gail about to his increasing influence about Banner, and as a preemptive strike, he then again starts his plot, and he talks with Alva's carrot, and he tells him that it's a bad idea that Dominic will be married to Gail, and it would be a bad influence on Gail because Dominic is this strong woman with her strong ideas. So he now started his manipulation that way, and now Peter feels like to his only friend, and he realizes uh, about everything on Tuhi. So Tuhi's one motive is fulfilled here. Like he wants every powerful person to be obeyed, uh, to get uh, to obey Tuhi, and whatever Tuhi tells them, uh, they should follow that. So basically, Tuhi should be able to manipulate all those strong personalities. So that's how Tuhi has raised Peter Keating to become a mediocre architect, which has a great social circle, and like Austin starter, to he can also influence Peter. So that's in that way too he has fulfilled his motive about Peter. And now in like in another scene where too he is discussing about the American Council of Writers, he says that there is one mediocre play, and but he portrays it as a great play to his writers in his column. And to explain that, he says that if all the mediocre or uh, ordinary things are hyped up, uh, and if those get the same illicit reaction by the public won't know the difference between something extraordinary, something above, uh, something with high excellence, uh, with some mediocre stuff. They public will think both are the same things, and that's how uh, the main socialism into his mind would get formed. Like there won't be any one excellent uh, person, or there won't be anything exquisite. Everything would be mediocre. So that's how to he plays his game, and it is also seen from this instance. And there Dominic leaves after telling Peter that she is getting divorced with him and she'll be marrying Gail. She leaves for a train to Reno, and before leaving she meets with Mallory, the sculptor who made Dominic's statue. So Mallory is in touch with Howard, and she asks him if Howard is doing well. Where is he? So he tells her that Howard is in Ohio, and he is working on a small building, a departmental store. And he also tells her that Gail Wynand is also like Howard, who identifies something great and then he values them. So that's why Gale has bought multiple statues from Mallory, and now because of that, Mallory had some money to survive, to open his office and things like that. So after hearing about Dominic, after hearing about Howard, Dominic goes to Ohio to meet uh, Howard, and this is the first time she will be meeting Howard after 20 months. And by looking at how Howard, they just started their conversation. There was no hi, hello. It was like they started where they left off. And then by looking at Howard, Dominic is very hurt that people like the kind of talent Howard has, and it is getting wasted in this small town. Nobody is knowing the worth of Howard, so she is very disheartened by this, and she asks Howard if we can stay in the same city, and he asks Howard to give up architect so that there won't be any disrespect to Howard's skill set and Howard's talent. To that, Howard says that even if I do that, I know in within a quick time you will beg me to start my profession once again of being architect. And then Dominic goes, and then she says goodbye to Howard, and she starts to board the train, and then she asks Howard that how long, Howard, like until when we can meet again. So to that Howard says that when you learn to be unaffected by the world, and when you stop hating the world for what it does to me, and once she is normal by the fact that even though Howard won't get any fame or anything in the world, he is happy with whatever he is doing, that is designing buildings, no matter how small, no matter where he is building. As long as he is happy, he doesn't care for any recognition. So once she is able to accept that, that time we can come together. And Dominic also tells her that she'll be marrying Gail Wynan, and Howard has never met Gail, but he remembers what Henry Cameron has told him, that it is because of the people like Gail, this is happening, that the mediocre stuff is getting praised, and uh, there is no integrity in people's work, and you have to defeat uh, Gail's purpose, and uh, you have to oppose it and play against them and win. So that's what Henry has told before dying. So he remembers that, and he tells Dominic like it's worse than Peter. So she agrees, and then she goes to board the train. And once she's back in New York. She tells Gail that she wants a wedding with all the people and press and everything. Like Gail should marry, the billionaire should get married. She wants a marriage like that, nothing in private. So for that, Gail accepts her request and he throws a big fat wedding. Just tells the people from banner that there won't be anything in the banner newspaper, there won't be any photographs, any articles, because he respects Dominic and he wants to keep Dominic uh, away from banner, because he knows that banner is not a good place. Like there is no integrity in banner, and he himself knows that, and he thinks and as uh, Gail cares for Dominic and he respects her. He wants to keep her away from it. So, and after learning about Dominic's divorce with Peter, Guy Francon also retires and asks Peter to lead the firm, and he retires. And Peter then asks his best friend Dunlop to be partner with him. And even though everyone is very happy for Peter and they think that Peter is the sole owner of uh, Franco's firm, but Peter uh, in his mind he is not happy. Like uh, before like earlier he used to get happy for such feats and achievements, but now he knows that everything whatever he has done is of no real value, and he feels this shallow hole inside him. So he's kinda sad, and he does not even participate in the party thrown for this achievement. And here too he is working his plot by taking Alva's carrot by his side and uh, trying to uh, plan some preemptive strike before Dominic or Gail Wine any possess any threat before him. So that's what uh, was there in the chapter 5th and 6th. I'll read or I'll listen to chapter 7 tomorrow, and then I will summarize it. So till then, goodbye.